Thank you once again for joining us today at Motoka TV studio. All right, and I hope you are blessed with our previous clip on Motoka TV. All right, today we are bringing to you fresh wine from our Father in the Lord, Apostle Arome Osayi. That is going to be a blessing to you. The listens, ministers lose relevance in the move of the Spirit by Apostle Arome Osayi. All right, this particular clip really blesses my life so much, and I decided to share it with you, and I hope it's going to be a blessing to someone out there that will be listening to it, because Apostle Arome Osayi really unveils a shocking secret that really opens my eyes. Then, till then, let's go there, and I hope you will be blessed. All right, over to you, sir.
I know you are doing something. When you begin to walk with God deeply, you will know that there's nothing you brought on the table that occasioned anything. So I know that if God refuses to, if I pray for the deaf and he doesn't answer, he's still God. So what I do is I beg him, can you have mercy? Okay, even if me I'm a bad man and you will not do anything because of me, don't even look at me. Look at the people. All of us are not bad. That's the kind of prayer I pray. Because what I want is a move of the Spirit, and it is occasioned by what? Mercy. And thou shalt arise and have mercy upon thy people, for the time to favor her. Yea, the set time is come. It means that the prophet was able to decode that it was within the scope of accurate timing for God to move. You promised that you will move in 2 days' time. But this man is still saying, even if you don't move, or maybe we didn't notice that you moved, you will still be gone. So can you have mercy and arise now? Because we know this is the time. The fact that you know that this is the time doesn't mean it will happen. In fact, the knowledge of the fact that the time has come should occasion a different set of prayer points to facilitate the move of the hand of God. So there is a facility called mercy. And when you begin to do business in great waters, you need to know the potency of that facility. Because that is what will put the sovereignty of God in motion. So anytime you see God move, maybe the hand of God comes upon your life, just know that it might be because of a covenant he made with Abraham. Maybe the covenant he made with your father. But what is at work that makes that covenant come alive and your life has been implicated is called mercy. So if you know the operating system is mercy, I think you will be careful. Because if God shows another person the same mercy, he will become probably more than yourself. The human factor, which is a needed factor in the circuit of the move of God, is the dispensable aspect of the circuit. He can put you aside the moment he decides not to show you mercy. So for a man that wants to walk with God, at any point in time when you lose your peace, it's a big thing. It means there is something that may obstruct the flow of mercy. That's an emergency. An emergency demands that you leave other things and attend to the subject matter. Are you with me? So whenever you notice that there is God is, your peace is going. The worst meaning of loss of peace is that God is not happy. There are other meanings. Maybe there's danger and God doesn't want you to act. Those are lighter meanings. The worst meaning is that God is not happy. And because it is likely to mean God is not happy, it's an emergency. Because in the prophetic, there is the realm of non-cognitive communication. This non-cognitive communication is the realm of sensing and perception. So part of it is peace, lack of peace. If you have not mastered how to steward those dimensions of perception, you will not enter into crystal clear perception that carries your mind along. This is spirit to spirit communication. These are words that God speaks to you that are spirit. They are not cognitive, they are spirit. Oh my, you are not with me. So it's not cognitive, it's spirit. And then your spirit knows it. Your spirit is sensing. It's sensing it, but it's not something that you can understand in your mind. And the reaction or the action that you should take when the communications of God are not in the cognitive realm is that God is calling you to the place of prayer. It means you have the spirit of revelation is at work, but the spirit of wisdom is not at work. So the bridge between the spirit of revelation and the spirit of wisdom is prayer. And that kind of prayer is an emergency because God has other ways to communicate. Why did he choose to use non-cognitive communication? He needs your attention. If you don't know that you're operating on an economy of mercy, you are likely to be careless when he decides to use non-cognitive communication that has to do with the issue of a loss of peace. It means you are not careful enough. It means you are becoming like Esau that doesn't have value for spiritual things. And when God notices that, he will peg you at the level that you are. That level that you are, that you believe that you are important, he will keep you there for another 15 years. And then you will see that he would have moved and you are frozen in time. You are no longer relevant. So the move of God is an integral thing. That's how God. Are you with me? His civilization keeps on manifesting in great waves. And so we cannot be static or stagnant. Because the way of the spirit is the way of waves. You know, he said, as thou knowest not the way of what? Of the spirit, or how bones are formed in the womb of she that is with child. The way of the spirit is the way of waves. If you have ever gone to the ocean and you see people surfing, all right, a particular wave can be so mighty, you will think that that is all that there is to God, and you pitch your destiny on that wave. And a time comes when that wave dies out, because God has made that emphasis. And the emphasis is a build-up to an ultimate release. And you decided to stop at an emphasis. Meanwhile, the wave of that emphasis will come and go. So you built your denomination on that emphasis. When God believes that he has emphasized a matter to his body enough for the body to be conscious of it, he goes to emphasize another matter. But you built your ministry on that emphasis. When God begins to emphasize something else, you now try to fight that thing so that to preserve your relevance. It's because you do not know the way of the Spirit. That you and I are dispensable if we refuse to align, because the operating system is mercy. He can decide to show mercy to whom he will show mercy so that his agenda can prosper. And just in case you are a spanner in the works, he will withdraw that mercy and he'll put it on someone else so that his agenda can begin to.
All right, thank you once again for joining us to watch this particular clip by the God servant Apostle Arome Osayi on the reasons why some ministers, anointed ministers, still be confused in life. And he revealed a shocking secret. And I hope this particular clip really blesses your life so much. So if you do, just click on that red button on the screen and subscribe and like the video, and make sure you comment and share it. All right, thank you so much, and stay tuned at Matoka TV studio. Thank you and God bless you. Amen.